Welcome back, guys. It's me. Did you miss me? I know some of you guys might be thinking, baby doll, why did you abandon this channel completely and leave us all alone? And my response to that is, please stop yelling at me. No, I just wasn't in a good position to be able to commit to this channel, so I put everything I did have into my gaming channel. But this year is going to be better, and my resolution is consistency in my life, but also for my YouTube channel. So I'm going to attempt to upload to this channel at least 3 times a week, and I'm going to keep doing my gaming channel 4 times a week. So hopefully, if everything goes the way I want it to, we'll have daily uploads between the 2 channels. I think we're going to be doing a mix of things. I'm going to keep doing travel, but we're also going to do like cooking and DIYs, and I think I'm just going to take you to hang out with me. This channel is just going to be a big hang out with me kind of channel. Even if it's just silly little videos like the one we're doing today, it's still going to be really fun. So in the spirit of New Year, I thought we could do a personality test. I think it might help me learn something about myself, but also help me stay consistent like I want to. Maybe we'll learn something cool. So let's get started. This personality test is on 16personalities.com. It's the Myers-Briggs one, I believe. Let's see what we got. You regularly make new friends. Not really. I have a really hard time making friends. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. I mean, I guess, right? Interesting things are interesting. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you rather than factual arguments. I think I'm dead center with this one. I think that I tend to go more by emotional feelings because I want to do what makes me happy. But also in certain situations, the facts matter more than how you feel. This reality matters more than the way you feel. So I'm gonna say dead center. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. I think I'm better. I think I'm a lot better at staying clean because I think I'm kind of a messy person. It kind of depends on the day. Some days I'm like, I can't relax until everything's clean, or some days I'm just like, let the house burn down, it's fine. So I'm gonna say middle. You usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. I'm gonna agree. I think I'm relatively good at pressure. I think I'm good at just getting the thing done. It doesn't mean I'm not internally struggling, but I stay calm. I don't freak out on people. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. I'm gonna agree, ironically. I know it's ironic because I do social media, but it's weird to be perceived. It's weird to hear how people are viewing you and how people hear you. It's strange. It's the strangest thing. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. Consistency. That's my goal. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Again, middle. That's kind of like the last question, but with other people. I think sometimes the way someone feels about something is more important than the facts of it because every situation is different, and sometimes you could do things for a valid reason, and sometimes you do things just to do bad things. So I'm going to stay in the middle. You like to use organizing tools and schedules and lists. I do like using them. Do I follow them? That's the real question, but I do like using them. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yeah, I'm an overthinker. I'm a really bad overthinker. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I'm gonna disagree. It's hard for me to approach people and start a conversation. I'm more of a stay inside my shell kind of person. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. I don't think that's true. I'm interested in what people have to say generally. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. Again, middle. I feel like sometimes the facts matter. Sometimes reality matters more than how you feel. But sometimes it doesn't matter what the reality is. It matters how someone takes it and how someone's, mentality is happening. I'm going to say the middle. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. I do. And that's what I'm trying to break. I'm trying to follow a schedule this year. I'm trying to be consistent. So, yes, I do right now, but I'm trying to change that. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I think that's true. I want to make a good impression. I want people to like me, but I think my personality as a whole is off-putting to other people. I think I'm really shy. I'm more of an observer. I like people watching. I like watching what people do, how they behave, what they say before I become friends with them. And I think to a lot of people, they interpret that as I'm stuck up or I'm just bitchy or I'm whatever negative thing, you know? And it's not true. I'm not a bad-hearted person. I'm not judging anybody. I think I'm just not super friendly and people take that offensively, which is unfortunate. And because of that, I think that's what makes me not really worry about it, is because I kind of by now have assumed that people just don't like me. So I just kind of, you feel how you feel. And if you really wanted to get to know me, you would just come talk to me. That's all you have to do. If you're wondering something, just strike up a conversation. What's interesting in my life, sorry, I'm going on a tangent. What's interesting in my life is I'm one of those people who gets adopted by extroverts a lot. Like, really friendly people will just be like, you're my friend now. And after they talk to me and hang out with me, they're like, hey, you're a really cool person. But if you're not willing to take that step, then usually I don't make friends because people are off put by me for whatever reason. So yeah, that's my life story. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Not really, people suck. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. Yeah, let's try something new, see if it works. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. What does that mean? You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Like I'm not going to tell the truth because someone might get hurt by it. If that's the case, then I'm going to say I disagree. I think at this point in my life, I've gotten really good at boundaries, and I've gotten really good at saying, like, hey, I don't like that. So I think that even if it hurts someone's feelings, I'm like, hey, no, I'm sorry, but no. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Yeah, I like learning. I like learning things. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worst. Yeah, I'm an overthinker. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. Absolutely. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. That's not true. I like writing. I think English was my best subject. I'm actually really good at writing. I think that whatever story, you can always make it interesting. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. I'm gonna agree. I want decisions to be meaningful. I want them to be thought through. I don't want you to just decide something just because you decided something. I want you to have a reason that you decided something, so I'm gonna agree. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. I said that with the I'm messy thing, didn't I? I'm dead center. Sometimes I can relax and not worry about the house. Like, I don't care about the house, but sometimes I can't. Sometimes I have to get it done. So I'm going to say dead center. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point, sorry. Let's start over. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. I want to be like in the middle right here, because it's not really proving the point. It's not really my feelings versus your feelings. It's what's right versus your feelings. I think if something needs to be done and something's factually right, then even if you don't like it, we're gonna have to do it. I'm sorry. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Absolutely. Your mood can change very quickly. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think that I can get really happy really easy and really sad really easy. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. It depends on the argument. What are we arguing about? Is it like they're upset, so I'm just giving in because they're upset? Because if so, then yeah, I'm not easily swayed by that. Because there still has to be there has to be something in the middle. I'm gonna say I agree. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yeah, unfortunately. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. I like listening to debates. I don't like debating all the time because I get really frustrated. But I think, ironically, I feel, how do I put this? I know what I feel and I know what I want to say, but sometimes I feel like the way I'm saying it isn't perceived correctly by the people I'm saying it to. And if I don't feel like I'm saying something right, then it frustrates me because they're not reacting to it the way I'm trying to make the point that they should react to. So I get frustrated. But I watch debates a lot online. I like watching debates. I like listening to both sides. I like hearing all the points. That, like, I actually really enjoy it. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. It depends. It depends on the situation, right? I feel like if it's like a holiday or like my birthday or like it's something special, I want to have friends around. I want to be surrounded by people. But I think if it's just like a random Tuesday, I don't need 50 people here, if that makes sense. So I'm going to say neutral. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. That's not true. I enjoy theoreticals. I really do. It just depends on what it's about. If it's about something that doesn't really matter, it's really fun to hear all the weird shit people come up with. But if it's, serious, then it gets frustrating. But I'm going to say I disagree. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. I'll agree with that. I think that half of me is logical, half of me is emotional, and they kind of battle it out. And I think I usually go for what's going to make me the happiest in the end. So I'm going to say if they're fighting each other and my heart wins, then it wins. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Yeah, I do. I'm getting better. I'm working on it, okay? You rarely second guess the choices you have made. That is so not true. I overthink everything. We've been through this. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. What friend? I probably not. I'm not really outgoing. I think once I'm your best friend, I talk a lot and I'm kind of crazy, but I think if you don't know me that well, then I'm exactly the opposite. I've been called boring a lot. So I'm just gonna disagree. They probably don't say that about me. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Yeah, I love creative expression. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Again, middle. It depends. It depends what we're talking about. But I guess I'm going to say yes just because I like knowing the facts. Like, facts are facts. Reality is facts. If this is how it is, then that's how it is. I don't want to know how you feel about it. Is that actually how it is? I'm just going to agree. You like to have a to-do list for each day. I like to have it. I don't follow it, but I like making them. You rarely feel insecure. I'm gonna go middle, and it's because I have two weird thoughts about myself. Like, half of me absolutely hates myself, and the other half of me is a god complex, so we're gonna go dead center. You avoid making phone calls. I do. I mean, if it's like my friend or something, it's fine, because I could talk to people on the phone for hours, but if it's like making an appointment or talking to someone important, I hate that. I hate doing that. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. I do. I enjoy learning about things. I really do. You can easily connect with people you have just met. I'm gonna go dead center. I think when I get to talking to someone, usually we're able to just like talk. I think I'm good at talking when I can talk to someone, but if I don't know them that well, then I'm really not. I hate small talk. I hate small talk so much. I want to just talk. Yeah, I'm going to go dead center because I'm not really sure. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yeah, I try to. Like, I try to stick to the point. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Overthinking. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. I'll agree. Just because the future is so undetermined and so unknown, I don't mind hearing theories about it, but time itself kind of depresses me. And I just, I don't know. I don't really like talking about the future too much. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I'm gonna disagree. I think that I think when I was younger, it was hard for me to control my emotions because I just felt so strongly about things that I wanted to make it work. But I think now I'm able to be like, hey, I feel this way, but if it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. So I think that now I'm a lot better at handling the way I feel and putting it down. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than what? When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical or efficient. So I care more about how people feel than the logical choice. So again, middle, sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes if you have a good argument on how you feel and why you did something and what's happening, then I'm more likely to understand that. But if it's just nonsensical, then I'm not. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Absolutely. I kind of work better at random times than I do when I'm trying to work. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. A little bit of me wonders. I worry a lot about disappointing people, you know. It's sad, it's unfortunate, but it happens. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Absolutely, I love working alone. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I disagree. Philosophy is nice. It's nice to wonder about things around you, you know? You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. No. I get overstimulated really easy. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. I mean, sure. I think the way I think about things, I try to make sure it's the best decision. Well, I don't know. When I act on things, it's because I feel like it's the best decision. But if it's saying that I'm not thinking about it at all, then no, I disagree. I guess I'm going to go neutral because I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure the details of this question. If a decision feels right to you, you act without needing further proof. If I feel it's right to me, when I feel things are right to me, I already thought it through. I'm going to go neutral. You often feel overwhelmed. Yes, I do. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. I think I do. I like to go step by step. I like to follow directions. I don't like to just like wing it because that seems like you're kind of asking for things to go wrong for no fucking reason. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. Again, it depends. If it's something important, I would rather follow directions to a T because if it's important, then the directions are made that way for a reason. There's instructions for a reason. So if that's the reason, then I would like to follow it as such. Does that make sense? But if it's something that doesn't really matter, if it's just like a day-to-day task, then I'm fine with coming up with creative solutions because it's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep. You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. Again, middle, depends on what we're talking about. You struggle with deadlines. I do. You feel confident that things will work out for you. I do. I might be delusional, but I always feel like things work out for me. I feel like I'm blessed. I'm watched over. I feel like even when things go really wrong in my life, it always turns around. It always works out. I believe very strongly in balance. I believe if things go really good, then something bad's gonna happen. And if things go really bad, something great is gonna happen. That's just my philosophy on life. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, your gender. We'll give it to him anyway. Female. Your personality type is logician. INTPT. That's interesting. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. As an INTP, you possess a unique blend of intellectual curiosity, analytical prowess, I can't say that word, and a penchant for abstract thinking. Your mind is a playground of ideas, constantly exploring complex concepts and seeking to understand the underlying principles of the world around you. You approach life with a rational, logical mindset, preferring to rely on facts and reason rather than emotions or conventional wisdom. Your insatiable thirst for knowledge drives you to delve deep into subjects that capture your interest. You're not content with surface-level understanding. Instead, you strive to grasp the intricacies of systems and theories, often developing innovative solutions and complex problems. This intellectual depth, combined with your ability to think outside the box, sets you apart in both personal and professional spheres. Personality traits. 76% introverted. That's crazy. Energy. You likely prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and feel drawn to calmer environments. 63% intuitive. Mind. You are likely very imaginative and open-minded, focusing on hidden meanings and distant possibilities. 52% thinking. Nature. You likely focus on objectivity and rationality, putting effectiveness above social harmony. 54. Prospecting. Tactics. You are likely very adaptable, easygoing, and flexible, prioritizing spontaneity over stability. 60% turbulent. Identity. You are likely self-conscious, sensitive to stress, success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve. I'm starting to feel called out by this. I don't know if I like this. While your cognitive abilities are undoubtedly a strength, they can sometimes lead to challenges in the social realm. You may find yourself more comfortable in the world of ideas rather than in emotional or social situations. Your tendency to analyze everything, including social interactions, can sometimes make you appear detached or aloof to others who don't understand your thought process. Didn't I say that? That's kind of what I said, isn't it? As an INTP, you value independence and autonomy highly. You prefer to work at your own pace, following your own interests and methods. This independence can be a double-edged sword. While it allows you to pursue your passions without constraint, it can also lead to difficulties when you need to conform to external structures or deadlines. Learning to balance your need for intellectual freedom with the practical demands of life is a key part of your personal growth journey. I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best. In your professional life, you thrive in environments that challenge your intellect and allow you to explore complex problems. Fields such as scientific research, software development, data analysis, or philosophical inquiry often appeal to your logical, systemic approach. You excel at spotting inconsistencies, developing theoretical models, and finding innovative solutions that others might overlook. However, your career path may not always be straightforward. Your diverse interests and dislike for routine can lead you to explore various fields before settling on one direction. You may also struggle with more mundane aspects of work life, such as adhering to schedules or dealing with office politics. Finding a role that offers both intellectual stimulation and enough flexibility to accommodate your working style is crucial for your job satisfaction and long-term career success. Influential traits, I don't get to know, I guess. Okay, your strengths. Novel perspectives. Your ability to look beyond traditional frameworks helps you solve otherwise perplexing scenarios in unexpected ways. Driven by curiosity. Your genuine eagerness to learn ensures continuous growth, leading you to regularly expand your skill set. Independent and self-directed. Your desire to work autonomously empowers you to remain focused and engaged with your tasks without needing constant supervision. Quick to see patterns. You swiftly recognize hidden connections between ideas, enabling you to identify solutions that others may miss. Adaptability. You can adjust comfortably to new information or changing circumstances, maintaining clarity even when others feel overwhelmed. Truth-focused. You place great emphasis on fact-based understanding, ensuring your decisions are soundly reasoned and thoroughly researched. Your weaknesses! Great! Difficulty completing tasks. Your tendency to become bored with routine or repetitive steps can prevent you from fully carrying tasks through to completion. Struggling with practicalities. Your preference for theoretical exploration can lead you to overlook essential details required to execute your plan successfully. Frequent procrastination. Your habit of delaying routine tasks until suddenly faced with tight deadlines can cause unnecessary stress and diminish work quality. Resistant to structure, rigid systems, rules, or procedures can demotivate you, making traditional workplaces or tightly controlled processes particularly frustrating. Under-promoting yourself. Self-promotion and networking can feel deeply uncomfortable to you, causing your strengths and contributions to go unnoticed. Easily distracted. Your naturally inquisitive mind can quickly shift away from your primary responsibilities, pulling you into interesting but irrelevant side tangents. That's so funny. That's what this channel is. This is my side quests. I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't get to know what careers I'd love, so... That's a question. Personal growth. Your journey of personal growth often revolves around balancing your intellectual pursuits with emotional and social development. While you're naturally inclined towards logical analysis, learning to recognize and express your emotions can greatly enrich your life experiences. Developing emotional intelligence and improving your communication skills can help you build stronger connections with others and navigate social situations more comfortably. Another key area for your personal development is translating your ideas into action. As an INTP, you may sometimes get caught up in theoretical possibilities, neglecting to bring your innovative concepts to fruition. Setting concrete goals, developing time management skills, and learning to follow through on projects can help you harness your intellectual potential and make a tangible impact on the world around you. See, so that's good, because that's what I was saying. This year I'm going to try to follow a schedule, I'm going to try to be more consistent, I'm going to try to do the things that I've been neglecting, so hopefully this will all help me. Your strengths, highly reflective. You regularly reflect and question yourself, enabling you to gain deeper insights and greater personal clarity over time. Inventive thinking. Your imagination allows you to creatively approach life challenges with fresh ideas, increasing your potential to overcome roadblocks. Embracing complexity. Rather than fearing complicated ideas or uncertain situations, you pursue and accept the possibilities they offer for growth. Open to self-improvement. You're receptive to new methods, ideas, or criticisms, actively seeking ways to better understand yourself and grow. Seeking authenticity. You're committed to remaining genuine and true to your own principles, even when it means going against societal pressure or majority opinion. Comfortable being alone. Your contentment with solitude makes personal growth journeys, such as learning and reflection, easy and fulfilling. I hope so. Your weaknesses. Overanalyzing minor decisions, but intensely scrutinizing even small decisions. You can stall progress and miss out on meaningful opportunity. Difficulty expressing emotion. Your habit of rationalizing your feelings can create a barrier, distancing you from deeper emotional understanding of yourself. Lost in daydreams. You may frequently drift into thought, losing connection with your present reality and delaying meaningful action toward personal goals. Struggling with routine, maintaining consistent habits can be particularly challenging for you, limiting your personal progress. Your critical thinking sometimes devolves into skepticism, promoting you to dismiss valuable insights or helpful guidance too hastily. Neglecting self-care. When immersed in intellectual curiosities or abstract pursuits, you might sometimes neglect basic self-care, reducing your overall well-being. Your relationships. In your relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or familial, you bring depth, honesty, and unique perspective. You value intellectual compatibility highly, often forming your strongest bonds with those who can engage you in stimulating conversations and appreciate your abstract thinking. Your logical approach to problem solving can be a valuable asset in relationships, helping to resolve conflicts rationally. However, your tendency to prioritize logic over emotion can sometimes create challenges in your relationships. You may struggle to understand or respond to others' emotional needs, potentially coming across as insensitive or detached. Learning to recognize and validate emotions, both your own and others, is crucial for building and maintaining meaningful connections. Balancing your need for independence with the interdependence required in close relationships is another important aspect of your relational growth. Okay, your strengths: genuine honesty. Your preference for truthfulness creates trust, encouraging healthier and more sincere relationships with others. Valuing individuality. You appreciate others as unique individuals, with their perspectives and beliefs, allowing you to form bonds unrestricted by stereotype. Thoughtful and attentive. You observe and remember details about those you care for, demonstrating sincere care. Rich conversation. Your enthusiasm for meaningful discussion and exchange for ideas naturally deepens your bonds, stimulating stronger connection. Logical conflict resolution. Your rational approach helps resolve misunderstandings constructively, preserving harmony in relationships. Respectful boundaries. Your own need for space allows empathy for others' boundaries, creating mutual respect. Your weaknesses. Emotionally distant. Intellectualizing emotions can unintentionally create distance in your relationships. Uncomfortable showing affection. That's so funny. Hesitating to express warmth leaves others uncertain of your true feelings. Communication oversights. Focusing on facts rather than feelings can inadvertently upset others. Well, difficulty initiating connections. Waiting for others to lead socially can limit new bonds. Probably. Easily exhausted by socializing. Interactions drain you quickly, diminishing sustained engagement. Avoiding emotional discussion. Uneasy with strong emotions, you may withdraw rather than support others emotionally. Alright, and that's it. Logicians you may know: Bill Gates, Kristen Stewart, Albert Einstein. Hey, that one's cool. So I guess that's my personality. What do you think? Do you still like me? I don't know. I thought it was pretty accurate. I think some of the things I just haven't thought too deeply about or just didn't realize about myself, but definitely gave me some things I could work on. I think I felt a little bit targeted sometimes, but that's okay. We're growing this year. Have you guys taken this test? What personality type did you get? I think you should take it and let me know who you are down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this random little side quest. I definitely had a lot of fun, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, guys.